Good evening. Welcome to Resource Prepping. I'm your host, Greg. I'm going to throw some things out at you. I want you to do your homework, please. Read and educate yourself and see if there isn't a pattern here of what's coming and why you should be afraid. I want you to read and look up, ever so briefly, but educate yourself. United Nations Agenda 2030. Agenda 2030. Now, when somebody says they have an agenda, it means they've assigned a time frame to it, and they're going to keep it, and they're on their track. And Agenda 30 describes climate change, sustainable Earth, redistribution of populations, reshuffling them. It's happened and happening now. Reshuffling the economy. The Great Reset is on its way. And see what you think about that. Okay? Agenda 2030, United Nations. They have a time frame. They're keeping it. Event 201, hosted by Bill and Melinda Gates. Not a conspiracy theory. None of this is. It's all factual. You can do the research. Event 201 did a wargaming scenario with a virus that escapes and shuts down the world in a lockdown manner. And they did practice that, and lo and behold, 3 months later, we were shut down. Now, what happened during that shutdown? The wealthy increased their holdings by 25%. They got richer by 25%. You and I, the working Joes, were robbed and became poorer by 25%. We became more dependent on the government, which is what the New World Order, and again, I'm not tinfoil hat wearing nut job, wants. Okay? This should scare you because it's all right there in front of you. And if you connect the dots, you'll be saying, holy crap. So now you have 2030, depopulation, sustainable growth, climate change, climate control, fossil fuels eliminated, all that kind of stuff there. Event 201, they did that. We know what happened there. You look at what's going on in the Senate now, infrastructure bill. Why is that? Because now they did a gaming on what if the internet were shut down worldwide. That happened July 8th and 9th. A CyberCon roundtable, different scenarios of what would happen if the internet were to shut down. Shipping backups, clogging. What's going on now? All of this, and if they follow the pattern in July, 3 months later, there might be an internet blackout. Just like COVID. Just like, not COVID, just like Event 201. They gained that in October, and in February, it came true. Okay? So if they hold true and they did this cyber blackout, and you've seen cyber attacks where different things were shut down, 3 months will put us right into the fall. And as far as the Colonial Pipeline goes, do you remember how everybody was hollering it was shut down, and they paid, I don't know, $4 billion or something in Bitcoin, and it was Russian hackers that did this, and it was all this kind of stuff, and Putin's at fault, and we have to retaliate, and Putin says, wasn't any of our guys, we had nothing to do with it. He was telling the truth. You notice how it disappeared? That's because the money, the Bitcoin, traced by the FBI, who supposedly recovered it so fast, it was sitting in Northern California in a common, and I'm speaking in plain terms, a common Bitcoin savings account, and all they did was apply for a wallet and recover the money sitting in there. It really wasn't even, to my understanding and reading numerous articles, a real hack attack. My theory is it was a practice gaming to see what happens, just like they did July 8th and 9th. They recovered the money super fast because it was sitting out there in Bitcoin bank account, savings account, whatever, common, and they recovered it right away. So it really wasn't a sophisticated hack attack like we were led to believe, and that's why it dropped off the face of the earth. Now you look and see, do your investigative homework, find out how many hundreds of thousands of acres Bill Gates now owns of farming across America. An estimated 230,000 acres purchased by Bill Gates and various corporations, all under Bill Gates, but it's all him, to take cattle and farming ranches offline to fulfill eating lab-grown meat, all part of 2030. Believe it if you want. But they are telling you, and it's, look at the Davos economic agenda. Again, these people are bold, and they are telling you what their plans are for you and me. Davos 2021, read their economic agenda and look who their partnerships are. Major banks across the world, Amazon and internet providers, and Huawei. You look at the bills that are in Congress right now, infrastructure bills, Green New Deal, $5.5 trillion, Green New Deal, electric cars, electric trucks, eliminating fossil fuels. It's all tied into the agenda put forth by Klaus Schwab, look it up, signed on by Germany and other countries that are participating in Agenda 2030. They've reshuffled and are reshuffling the populations to make them dependent on governments. Why do you think the influx, open borders influx of illiterate immigrants that are used to living under government rule? Why do you think the attack on the Second Amendment is so harsh and ongoing? Because when they implement this completely, you won't be able to fight back. Now, why do you think they're labeling us white supremacists? Why do you think they hate preppers so much? Why do you think they're going to label us next as hoarders and make it illegal? Why do you think they're going to introduce the Fed coin so they can keep track of your money and your expenditures, just like China did? They're going to outlaw money, and you're going to go digital, and they're going to control what you buy, sell, and trade. They're eliminating your travel opportunities, because if you don't have the plague paperwork, you can't work. You can't go into restaurants, bars, hotels, stuff like that, unless you submit to their plans. Now, believe me if you want. Don't believe me. Do your homework. I'm asking you. Look up these people that I've told you about. Davos Economic Forum, Agenda 21. Event 201. Green New Deal, climate change, climate sustainability, depopulation of Earth, UN Agenda 2030. Why do you think they wanted to get rid of Trump so much? Because he was returning the power back to us and interrupting their plans. Never have you seen any president been undercut like this last president, and they're going to continue to do that. All right, gotta go. Get yourself right with God, get baptized. You look it up for yourself. Greg out.